Okay, ad's about over. I think I've got everything set up. So I'm going to switch us over. And turn down the music a little bit. It's kind of booming in my ears. There we go. So, hi, everyone. Um, just go ahead and get this out of the way. I was given a free copy of Townies to look at for today by the creator, Irving, I believe. Irving Benitez. And yeah, I'm pretty excited to be looking over this because it hits some spots that I'm familiar with. Like if you look at the content warnings here, loneliness, capitalistic violence, violence of all sorts, really, urban decay, opioid crisis, missing persons, mental illness, and death. I pretty familiar with the sort of stuff that is went on in the Rust Belt, even though I'm not from the Rust Belt, just similar stuff with like gentrification and corporations doing bad things. So I figured this would be an interesting thing to check out. And I don't know what Lost and Found is. This is my first time uh, engaging with whatever these rules are. So I'm going to be figuring out along with y'all, and we'll hopefully by the time we get through the end of this, we'll jump into playing it, and hopefully I will read. Oh hell yeah, congrats on the 10 stream streak. That's the average of a D20. Usually means you succeeded. Oh, and I messed around with my the chat overlay to get rid of the PFPs just in case there was any sort of silliness afoot, which happens occasionally with Twitch. And hopefully, what I did not break stuff that I don't know about because I have no idea how to use HTML or CSS. But I think I got it working. And at least the names are working correctly. It might not have the badges anymore. It's fine. It's fine. It's a little scuffed, but what is me without there being some scuff? But I will just jump into it. So Townies by Irving Benitez, or yeah, I'm going with Benitez. I feel like that's right, but it's probably wrong. This game is based on the Lost and Found SRD by Mousehole Press. Thank you to Hippolyta for writing Banner. It was the main game of reference. To Youngstown, I love you, and to every Rust Belt kid, you can make your dream real. I am familiar with Hippolyta. They did the TTRPG Cantrips, which is like sort of magical academia vibes. But I believe it's like it's almost like a social game where there's not necessarily like a game master or anything like that. And so I'm a pretty big fan of their work. Just haven't dug too deep into it. Safety and themes. Townies is based on the Lost and Found engine by Jack Harrison. This game is to be played alone. This game is about how a town changes over time. This game is about the town and the people in it. This game is about the Rust Belt and those left behind by capitalism's chase for profit at the expense of people. This game is about Youngstown, my hometown, the city that raised me. The city cannot move, act, or affect the inhabitants of the borders on its own. There is always an inheritor, the townies that live within the city. Contents warning loneliness, capitalistic violence, violence of all sorts, urban decay, the opioid crisis, missing persons, mental illness, and death. So, totally understandable. if that's not something you want to engage with. But I'm down to get into it. Let's see. So, some terminology. Townies is a group of people tasked, whether they know it or not, to care for the city. The city is, well, a city. It is marked by the actions of those that live in and outside of it. The discrete pieces and marks of history that leave marks on the city, physically or culturally, are called scars. Time always happens, it keeps moving, and you must too. Townies, the people that are tasked to care for the city, whether they know it or not, each action they take has a consequence. Through play, we will discover how these actions contribute to both helping and harming the city. Townies are all sorts of things. They are people, they are complicated, not wholly good and not wholly bad, just people. But people can do incredible good and irrehensible evil things. Overall, most are goodish, but will do anything to get ahead, even if they knowingly or unknowingly screw over someone else. Screw someone else over. The people are folks from outside the city and are not townies. They can become townies once they are brought in and welcomed into the community, or they remain outsiders hoping and wishing to change the city to fit their needs for good or ill. But until then, they are beloved outsiders that can do just as much harm to the city as any of the townies. The city is a still city where the Midwest and Appalachia meet, situated between three major cities in two states and formerly among the top steel producing cities in the world. The city is not fully marked by time yet once we start this game, but some changes will be unavoidable and forced upon the city just as the townies had the decision forced onto them. The dominoes fall no matter what, and they're only trying to mitigate the damage and hope that things don't get worse. This will be interesting if this uses dominoes, because I don't own dominoes. I guess we'll find out. Scars. This is how the city is marked by the people in the townies, by violence, by love, community, hatred, and hope, and so much more. Scars are the central climax to the surrounding event that summarizes the overall facts, feelings, and stories of that generation. You will create a history of scars before starting the game to show the history of the city before the current townies ever inherited. Time. The city always stays. The city always changes. The people, the people and never stay. The people always and never change. The townies always stay. The townies may never change. When the city changes, a generation of townies takes some time to rest. Each important change, turning point, or event in the people's history is marked by a scar. How to play. Oh no. Accidentally clicked on a tab and it just destroyed everything. We're good. Okay, how to play. You are the city, circa founding. You are the founder built. Your founder built a house and made it home here. People before them did so as well. The person that was your founder will never acknowledge these people that came before them, but hopefully the townies in the future will. Eventually, more people settled. These are the first townies. Now, choose three traits that the townies have given to you. After choosing three traits, answer the city's questions to start the play cycle. Okay, so it seems we have some dice, so I should get my dice roller out. Okay, let's see. OBS. I wonder, will it? It did not. Hmm. There we go. I just had to brute force it a little bit. So we can roll 3d6. And then we can, I guess, I should go over all first before actually starting to roll. I think that's a better way to do it. I was getting a little excited because I saw the chance to roll dice. City questions. What are the hopes of the people here? Oh, wait, hold on. First, choose 3 traits or the townies have given to you. After choosing 3 traits, answer the city questions to start the play cycle. Okay, so we answer questions. What are the hopes of the people here? How do you know you'll let them down? You and your townies gain a new nickname. What is it? Is said in love as an insult, or does it depend on the person? During your time, many people pass through here, maybe to never truly settle. Who was one such person? Why couldn't you be home to them? Someone, a person, or a townie died violently and unjustly here. There's no rhyme or reason. How does the event affect how the townies and the people see you? There are young townies in your limits that don't know the world beyond you. How do you fail to protect them from the world that you're a part of? Oh, hello, Jelly. It's good to see you. Yeah, we're just getting into it, reading. I went in. I did not read anything. I like vaguely skimmed just to get an idea, but I pretty much didn't read anything or absorb anything so I could experience this all fresh, especially seeing as this is my first time engaging with the Lost and Found system. I believe that's what's called, Lost and Found. Yes. So figured would go through it, and then once go through it, start playing it. Let's see. Shortly after the city was founded, the townies became the inheritors. No real rhyme or reason as to the inheritance, but this began the record of scars that leave upon you. You and your townies are intrinsically connected. Each scar is what was a hope, a dream, an act of violence, or love, and that has changed you and will keep changing you until the final townie leaves. As I mentioned a little bit earlier, while I'm not from the Rust Belt, I am from like the Appalachian uh, mountain, and have dealt with a lot of gentrification and all the stuff that comes with that. So while I don't have the specific experiences of like the Rust Belt, I do have some similar stuff. Yeah, I'm towards the bottom of Appalachia. Mm-hmm. Deep in the holler, as they say. See, resolving townies. After choosing one of the townies, take your time and describe the townie. Name, pronouns, a few key details. Take your time to think about how they became a townie, where they were born into, or did they move here? How did the city choose them, by will or by accident, or maybe something even more ephemeral? These answers then answer the 2 prompts associated on your chosen townie settings. I wish I was chilling with Mothman. Mothman's the shit. Mothman and the Squonk are my 2 favorite cryptids. I think the most people do not know what the Squonk is or have heard of it ever, but it's essentially a ugly pig that cries all the time. Yeah, the Squonk deserves all the hugs. Then describe 3 memorable acts and events defining your time with this talent. You may choose one painful list and one celebratory list. At least one event comes from the painful list, as the city changes just as their townies do. Consider how the city changes by answering the city questions. Finally, think about how your townie ends their time in the city. Do they grow older and retire to the suburbs? Do they pass away? Do circumstances dictate a move away from the city to another? Is it something else? Whatever it is, the townie's time ends here. Rest before moving to the next act. No, you have all 3 acts or events be painful, but only 2 of the 3 can be celebratory. Unfortunately, not everything is rainbows and sunshine in life. Seems my dog agreed. She barked right when I said that. Oh, Act 1. Okay, I think this might be a good place to actually start playing, so not to get quote unquote spoiled, even though I don't really care about spoilers. Well, this seems like a good place to start. Okay. Let me switch over to is Obsidian actually? It is not. Okay, Obsidian. Why are you being stinky all of a sudden? Okay. There we go. Why is it not capturing it properly? What? I think when my OBS crashed last night, it messed some stuff up. And which is funny because I checked on it before. But we can do this live. We have the technology. Bloop. Okay. We can bring back the dice. Okay, so these are the traits for the townies. And I think we're just going to roll 3d6 and take one from each row. Or I guess could do the other way. You can do the sort of d6 thing, but that's fine. Let's see, 1, 2. So grieving. Angry. Dirty. Grieving, angry, dirty. Oh. Oh my. I guess this is city traits. These are. Welcome in, Colton. Good to see you. We're just starting to play Townies. Let's see. After choosing 3 traits, answer the city questions. Okay. Actually, we'll do this. Actually use... Okay. Let's see. What are the hopes of the people here? How do you know you'll let them down? So, grieving, angry, dirty. Let's see. So those are all not good things. Yeah. Yeah, I have a feeling that nothing good's gonna happen. It's not a good sign. I need to I need to unlock my edgy teenager. Yeah, but sad is cathartic, and I think that's important. Sometimes you have to engage with that stuff instead of being the goober that I am. Which, granted, I choose to be a goober because of dealing with the sets. Let's see. Hmm. You and your townies gain a new nickname. What is it? Is it said with love as an insult? Does it depend on the person? Hmm. I'm gonna say Mutters. That is the nickname. Okay. Read. During your time, many people pass through here, maybe to never truly settle. Who was one such person? Why couldn't you be home to them? Hmm. Yeah, exactly, Colin. I completely agree with that. Honestly, I started to get more into the solo TTRPGs after Hurricane Helene happened, and it was Pandian made I think it's Helene on the Ridge. I think it was. Is essentially a solo game about being in the Helene during all that, which I was around like the sort of the worst of it, and that's when I like I don't know, it really hit me just like what you can do with TTRPGs outside of the typical dungeon crawling and stuff. Yeah, I originally connected with them because during Helene, it was like a lot of people that lived in the area, like in the sort of like TTRPG content sphere, was talking about it and connected with a lot of those people then. Let's see. Hmm. Okay, someone, a person, or a townie died violently and justly here. There was no rhyme or reason. How did this event affect the townies and the people see you? Hmm. Yeah, the clicklacks they really help me get in the flow when I'm playing solo TTRPGs, because like when I'm like just playing by myself or whatever, I tend to bounce around all over the place. Like I'll be like doing like things like, oh, I need this like certain song, I need to like listen to this, or I need to like draw something, or I need to find like the perfect picture for like a character or whatever. So it ends up like I get like 30 minutes worth of play done in like several hours. Oh, the emote remind me. I did hear back from my emote artist, and they have started working on it and have already gotten some of them done. So I'm very excited to have the cute doggos. Oh, it's good to see you, Evelyn. Yeah, this game's already it's already gotten kind of heavy. Um, I the traits are rolled for the city are grieving, angry, and dirty. So uh, prepare yourself. Actually, I guess that's something interesting. Look at the traits themselves to see like what are the you know the variations, because like grieving, angry, or dirty, or well, I guess grieving itself isn't negative, but like it's still on the more like dark side versus, you know, hopeful or romantic. Let's see. We're on 4. Hmm. Oh, hell yeah. Good combo. Yeah, I'm going to have to watch the VOD of that.
Welcome to the pack.
Oh, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. I really need to add like a chat thing instead of just the alert, because the way my setup is, I can't see OBS at all. I need like 4 monitors, to be honest. There are young townies in your limits that don't know the world beyond. How do you fail to protect them from the world that you're a part of? Hmm. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Let's see. Protect them. Oh, another one. I swear the bots have been targeting me so much lately. But I am the principal. I can do what I want. Holding. And the no politics rule is more just about like random people coming in, you know, spewing whatever. Less about, you know, engaging with, you know, stuff that is, you know, more intentionally political. Yeah, I know it sucks. It sucks when the person at the top is immune to all crimes. I'm sure that won't come up in this at all. Let's see, 6. There is a want to grow and expand, but something always seems to stop you. What bureaucratic reason is given as a hurdle each time your townies want something better? Hmm. Ooh. That's a. Let's see. Let's go back to grieving, angry, dirty. No, sad games are good. Yeah, I'm liking this so far. It's a lot. You know, it's a lot of times you're not necessarily like intentionally thinking about this stuff. It's just stuff that like sort of rumbles in the back of your head while you're just trying to make it through every day. And it's good to sometimes focus on stuff like this. And hey, at the least we have the click clacks to keep us grounded. Opie noises. And final one, there are people that hesitate to stay within your limits. Why did they stay anyway? Thanks for the mission. I'm sure nothing bad happened on it. Is lollipops and rainbows. You didn't hear anything? I have to believe you're trolling me right now. I can't believe it. You saw the pop up but didn't hear anything. Well, I mean, I heard it.
Yippee!
Did you hear that? One. That's an ominous one. Let me check a thing real quick. Thanks for checking, Chaotic Blade. It's super slow. Okay, we'll do this. Everything on OBS seems to be looking good. Hmm. Okay, let me try a thing real quick. It'll take like less than a minute just to test a thing. Where did I put this?
Yippee!
Was that less slow? Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, it just seems like I'm guessing at when OBS crashed last night and it sort of reset stuff. Even though I did refresh it once stream started, I guess it's just one of those things. But we will. I'll go over the city questions I answered. So to start with one, the hopes are someone will come along and fix the mess of the past. I know that no one will ever come, and that was for what the hopes of the people are and how I will let them down. Two, you and your townies gain a new nickname. What is it? Mutters. Comes from a flash flood that caused a mudslide, leaving the town stained and brown. Usually said from people outside, their clothes white and new. Three, during your time, many people passed away here. Who was one such person? Why couldn't you be home to them? Jasmine Willows, a young artist who fell in love with the town and its potential, but the town never showed the love back. Four, someone, a person, or a townie died violently and unjustly here. Actually, I should probably give that person a name. Yeah. Um. mm, During a protest, Harold Lincoln was shot by a townie, their anger towards an outsider trying to change what wasn't theirs. The townies are even more wary now, and the people more hesitant to help. Five, there are young townies in your limits that don't know the world beyond. How do you fail to protect them? I can't teach the beauty of the outside world, how it's not just people looking down on them or trying to take advantage of their ignorance. Six, there is a want to grow and expand, but something always stops you. Legacy of those that came before. If you try to change who you are, will you be anyone? The forefathers couldn't have been wrong. Who are you to question them? There are people that hesitated to stay within your limits. Why did they stay anyway? They wanted a better life from a place worse off, and this was the only place they could find to make their own. So, we can jump into the next part. Let's see. Scars. We should make a scars thing. Oop. After choosing one of the townies, take your time and describe the townie. Okay. Let's see. Who do we want? Hmm. Oh, okay, that's cool. I've been meaning to switch over to using like Roll20 to do journaling stuff. I just have to take the time to set it up. I'm using Obsidian. I think there was a plugin for Obsidian to be able to like draw. I just don't remember the name of it. But I also have a notebook right next to me. I can just draw on it for my own references. Or maybe I could pull up. Oh, they had like another data leak thing. I know they had one a couple years ago, if I remember right. Oh my gosh. Mm. Yeah, unfortunately, it seems like there's been a lot of just data leak stuff in general, just happening like every month. Well, that's not how you spell musician. No. I mean, we have like a massive DVD collection, and I have some. What's the Townie archetype from Act One you're doing? Is this where you pick the archetype? Yeah, I actually haven't read to that part yet. I was still on the this part. Wait, am I supposed to like actually pick one of these as this choosing one of the townies? Oh, okay. Awesome. Thank you. Hmm. Let's see. Draw the these cards represent a past of pain, but a future full of promise. One where townies can imagine their family living generations. Choose one townie from the list below and resolve them according to the process. Hmm. Well, I guess with what we had already written, the activist makes the most sense. See, the activists, not all is well and never has been. Describe how they try to improve life not only for themselves, but others too. How do they fall short of their own movement's ideals, but keep going? Hmm. We can copy this. Let's see how well this. Yeah, it is nice to have like, just a collection of, your favorite movies and stuff. Especially nowadays with everything being a streaming service. Hmm. Oh hell yeah. I love the physicality of vinyl, like the scratches and while playing and stuff. Hmm. How do they fall short? Actually, I think we don't need this part, but hey. So for our archetype, we chose the activist. Not all is well and never has been. Lorena Cortez, she, they. Born in the city, but her family came from elsewhere. At both times, she belongs and doesn't. They want to be a musician, to sing about the pain they feel, the town feels, the people feel, but are held back by their own family's history and desires. She can't turn them away even when they hold them back. I think I saw something about that, but I woke up and immediately started working on setting stuff up. Okay, then you pick a painful or celebratory act or event and follow that process. Last couple pages in the book. Okay. Wait, hold on. Let's see. Oh, this file. Okay. Okay. Choose from the options below. Answer questions and change something. A trait, a response to the city's question, a detail about the city, a detail about the world, a name, a new face in the town, etc. A birthday party for one of the townies, how old they are turning, what is the theme, if any, what area of you do they celebrate in their house, a church, community center, something else? A new festival pops up in town. What is the festival about? Is it cultural or more general? Okay. Thank you. Hmm. Let's see. Hmm. Let's see. A death takes place. See, we had grieving, angry, dirty. So I think a townie's face appears on a missing persons bulletin in a store. What is their name? And where were they last seen? What were they doing when they disappeared? That's wild. Hmm. Oh no, not a problem person. Sounds like you got to deal with them, Colton. You got to give them a stern talking to. Okay. So we have picked the painful act of a missing person. George Zander, also called Georgie, he was last seen playing around the local watering hole, a place kids often play. His friend said he went to the water fountain and never came back. Okay. Let's see. Resolving townie. After choosing one of the townies, take your time to describe the townie. How did the city choose them? By will or by accident? Then answer the two prompts associated under your chosen townie's heading. Then describe three memorable acts and events defining your time with this townie. You may choose one painful list and one celebratory list. At least one event come from the painful list. As the city changes, just as their townies do, consider how the city changes by answering the city questions. Finally, think about how your townie ends their time in the city. Do they grow old? Return to the suburbs? Do they pass away? Do circumstances dictate a move away from the city or another? Is it something else? Whatever it is, this townie's time ends here. Rest before moving to the next act. Describe 3 memorable acts and events defining your time with this townie. Okay. Um, so let's see. I think we are going to change one of the traits. We pick the act. Oh, a break's coming up. Okay. I will take this time to go refill my water and then come back to townies and we can get into more of this events. But, and y'all go take care of yourselves too. Go get a snack, something to drink, stretch your legs. Oh, heck yeah. Prepare, prepare for sad things to happen, Amaya. Oh, I realized I was in studio mode this entire time. I forgot to turn it off when I was checking stuff. Lol. But I'll be right back. I've returned. Yeah, I need to take breaks fairly often. Um, Otherwise, my back starts acting up and all that. Try to be as healthy as I can be, but I just ate some cheese out of the fridge like a gremlin. But yeah, getting back into it. Yeah, that's become my sort of stream break ritual is just nibbling on some cheese like a mouse. But yeah, as the ad was starting to hit, I decided for one of the um, things was to change a trait for the part of resolving the Townie. Um, I'm going to roll for it. Mm, I like grieving. A 4 and 1. What does that give us? So 2, 1. So odd. So instead of grieving, it is changed to odd. Hmm. Oh. But yeah, a way I with like TTRPGs especially, but even like video games that like um I do have some like sort of learning disabilities, and so a lot of times I'm just like sort of messing around with the Legos, figuring them out, and sort of building how to play as I go along. Actually, I should write down the time period this takes place in. Yeah, I hope that all works out. I spent like 5 years battling like the disability and SSI stuff, and it was honestly just it's one of like most stressful parts of my life, which which says a lot. Um, okay. So if I'm understanding stuff right, so the picking this to change a trait is sort of it is Lorena. It's she's the one that led to this change. So it's something that they did with the town that caused the one of the traits to be changed. Odd is interesting. Still angry and dirty, but now odd. Something that happened in the 40s to the 60s. Hmm. Yeah, I feel that a lot. The stuff that I made in the past, like I would get questions every now and then about stuff, and unless it was just like, specifically like a mechanical thing, like I'd be like, it's up to you. I did the thing. You have fun with it now. I also think that that can be one of the hardest things for designers, especially in TTRPGs, is that sort of like once you make it and put it out there, like what people do with it. You can't really you can only do so much in that. And you sort of have to let the baby go. Hmm. So what I'm getting of this town is like it's like a small place that's sort of like tucked in between, in a valley. It's got a sort of a griminess to it, and just a lot of like old anger, but the something in the past that people were grieving about was changed into something odd. So, it's an interesting thought. Yeah, that's awesome. I remember the first time someone like said they like played something I made and like they genuinely enjoyed it. It's just like never really had a feeling like that before. And then, this is something I definitely want to do more is just showcasing all the interesting stuff that people come up with and sort of celebrate the indie scene that you know like I know like how hard it is to just get anyone to like see your thing. Like I'll like I'll get like sales here and there from stuff I made like 4 years ago, but like I think I've still only ever had like one person actually review any of my stuff, and like I still like that still sticks with me. Welcome in, Hime. Yeah, I feel that chaotic blade. I haven't been thinking as much about like TTRPG design as I did because all this is sort of taken over my my thinking because it's but honestly like as someone that's did both, they're very similar because you have to wear like a lot of hats when you're like you know and not necessarily in the same ways, but you're having to put yourself out there. You need like multiple skills or have the money to pay people for those skills. And I'd say like graphic design is probably the thing that translated the most over from starting to do streaming, like having to figure out like overlays and like promo stuff. But it's still like itches my brain the same way of like creative problem solving that I like. Hmm. Yeah, honestly I use the sobbing emoji like all the time. It's probably one of my most used. I think Hime's got one. Let's see, Hime. See. This was the first one that I saw. Um, so let's think. There's a festival. Not a big festival. Welcome in, KF. Thanks for the mission. You're getting up there. Yeah, I noticed. I saw a number, 65 new messages in the break thread. It's like, oh, something's happening. Hope the Uber drive goes well. Okay. Honestly, like when I playing, just on my own, I tend to take like big breaks. Like I was doing uh a Shadow Dark one when it like first came out, like a solo play, and I think it was like a week and a half I took a break, and then I was like had a Eureka moment, and then I played for a little bit more. Oh, congrats on the 10 stream streak. Hopefully all the streaming stuff continues to go well, and we can see the numbers. Like I think I saw one person have like 125 or something. I was just like, how is that even possible? I didn't even know the stream streaks had been around that long. Once I get my new model, I'll probably add some add tits in so y'all can like throw dice at me or something. Honestly, it's really a struggle just having to like sit and wait and just know that I have to. It's going to be around a month before I see anything. Yeah, I also get like really bad motion sickness in cars, and honestly, like especially with yes, massive tits, huge bazoingas. That all it is just for y'all to throw stuff at me. Okay. Yeah, I'm excited to see what went down there. Let's see, something painful. Response to a sitting question. A detail about the city. Hmm. So let's look at like the other options just to like get some more vibes to build off of. Let's see the businessman. Hide their emotions to explode the housewife. Hmm. Yeah, so I think a new company coming in, or maybe a company leaving. Actually, I think that is that can be painful. Yeah, actually, I was talking about them at the very beginning. Like I originally saw, I think Cantrips was the first thing I saw from them. I still want to check out. Just haven't had the chance to. And then I think they released. Oh, it's like a sort of Soviet, like Metro sort of vibes, like the video game Metro, or um Stalker, I believe is the other game that's sort of like post-apocalyptic Russia, like Soviet Union. That's another one I just want to check out. Oh, thank you, KF. Appreciate that. Our manager. It seems like we're the motion sit gang. That's what's going on right now. Let's see. Yeah, honestly, the way Twitch does ads, like you have to, if you don't want pre-roll ads, which generally the advice is to not to do what you can to turn off pre-rolls, like especially if you get raided and stuff, it's really awkward. So you have to have a certain amount of ads play to have pre-rolls turned off. So it's really silly. And like once you become an affiliate, like you can't turn ads off. So we must we must engage with the capitalism machine that is John Twitch. Yeah, yeah, that is a solution, Killer. That is definitely a solution. Hmm. Yeah, I try to do my best to take a break at every time ads hit, but sometimes I get too locked into. Yeah, of course. Honestly, I appreciate you being here. It's always really cool whenever you see designers pop up in chat and stuff. Honestly, it's pretty easy to miss because at least the way I have it set up, I have the chat pulled out on my second monitor, and then on the very top of the chat, it'll say like ads are about to start, ads starting. Oh, okay. Thanks for the info. Yeah, sometimes I just my brain's just like it makes a connection, and then it's just like I guess we're doing this now. Okay. The quarry shuts down, leaving many without work, and most too stubborn to leave and abandon what they believe is their only home. Lorena's husband was one that was left without a job, him and his family only ever knowing the quarry. He does his best to find work, but their future becomes unstable, leading to more stress, more fighting, more hate, eventually leading to divorce. Hmm. Honestly, I think we can get rid of this. I don't think that really affects Lorena Cortez at all. But I only think how the townie ends their time here in the city. Hmm. Hmm. So I have a question. So is the idea that you answer the city questions like each time? So after like each act, you answer the questions again? See how they change? Okay, just the one. Okay. So, the end. After a divorce, Lorena moved back into her parents' home for a time with their daughter, but she felt alone so often. Her parents didn't understand her. Their child was barely around, and she had no idea how to raise her with so much pain in her heart. After Lorena's daughter went off to college, they started teaching music at a school far away from this place. Eventually, Lorena and their daughter reconnected after she had a child of her own, but all Lorena could do was try to not make the same mistakes again. But new ones always pop up, don't they? So, if I think that that is the end of this act. If I did it right. I think that's awesome. Mm. Yeah, I really like this. It is a lot of thinking and sort of pondering stuff, which I think really fits into the sort of you know it, towns, people, and stuff. They don't change immediately. It's stuff that happens every time, every period of time after stuff happens. And I do like the idea of sort of like if you take like a week off, and then whatever happened that week is going to influence how you play this again. Hmm. If I had to time this well, I could have timed it into finishing around each break, and that could be the rest. Hmm. But I think I think we'll just keep going, get through each one, and I think it'll be fun to come back to this at another time and see what uh, comes out from generating a new town and all that. Let's see. Listlessness, late 70s, all the way to 2010. Oh, that is interesting. Sort of the time difference. I wonder what you know, like what the extended duration of time between the acts, what that is going for. Because I mean, a lot happens between the 70s and the 2010s. That's a lot of stuff. A lot of change. Yeah, have a good night. Oh, that's really interesting. I appreciate you telling me that. And welcome back home, KF. You bring a lot of heart, KF. I don't know what you're talking about. Being silly. But yeah, I will. I'm pretty good about having the VODs out the next day. I usually upload them uh, right after I get off. So the VOD will be up on YouTube tomorrow, most likely. Mine has the all caps big heart. Okay, okay. Well, I mean, I would assume you would know the size of your heart. But the question is, how do you know Maya's heart's so big? Hmm. Yeah, I have in the I have the link in the pin message. Amaya is the BBEG. Yeah, I have links turned off in general just because that's the best way to tend to deal with bots and stuff because that's essentially what they always go immediately for throwing out links in chat. But yeah, I have it the link pinned in the message underneath the content warnings, and yeah, I think it's definitely worth checking out. It is good to take these times to sort of think about things and how the world is and how the world is for different people and the struggles that we deal with. Honestly, it's kind of interesting from a moderation standpoint. That that is the thing I deal with the most, like for being like mods for other streamers and stuff. Is it's not like people being weird or mean or saying like bad things. It's just bots now. Yeah, 100%. I'm pretty good with being able to deal with a lot of heavy topics for a good period, and I'm personally I'm feeling good about all this. Okay, draw city scars after the main source of industry, the steel mills close, and of the flight of residents and urban decay that follows. Illustrate the effects it has on what was once a bright future, snuffed out like smelt fires for profits. Since I am not drawing, I think I'll just write a thing about sort of the effect that it, you know, has on it, rather than I will draw with words. Hmm. So I think with what the sort of history been writing, it would not necessarily be the steel mills, but the quarry and the sort of surrounding economy that was tied to the quarry that affected this this town. Yes, check the break thread. Yeah, I yeah I get that. Around here, it was um we didn't have like a big like business or like anything that was sort of like holding up everyone, but like at least back in the day, now we definitely do. But it's um a lot of very wealthy people coming down to my area because it's cheap, and has been like sort of pushing the locals out of it just by because no longer being able to afford it unless you owned property before they showed up. You're kind of just shunted out. Mm. Yes, good night. Have sweet dreams. Bye bye. Okay, Act 2, Listlessness, from the 1970s to the 2010s. After the quarry was shut down, many of the surrounding businesses went with it, almost like a void in the heart of the town. It's actually not a city. Like a void in the heart of the town, buildings empty, for sale signs left to decay with no one to fill it back up. Despite not being used, the town wouldn't let the homeless rest. We were too proud for that. They just weren't trying hard enough. Okay, so we have our scar. Now we need to choose a townie. Now the sellout. You got yours at what cost? Describe their suit and the company firm they worked for. How did they pull off the deal to move the steel mills out of the country? And why were they fired anyway? The loser. The sophomore slump never ended. Describe them and what hopes they buried in a shoebox under their bed. What desperate act did they commit to feel something, anything, again? The student. You were promised a future that will never happen. Describe their major and how they were doing in terms of GPA. How do they know that things will get worse before they get better? The up and comer. There's hope here. You just got to find it. Describe the overabundant optimism they give off. What will eventually harden them to the reality of this new world? The wandering. No one likes a reminder that something has failed. Describe the meal they last ate more than a day and a half ago. What small domino effect caused them to end up homeless? Well, I feel like we have to do the wandering since the the scar I ended up just writing randomly specifically mentioned homeless. Um yeah, yeah. You know what? There's always hope for the future. Unfortunately, this is very much in my wheelhouse of writing. That and smut. Those are the two wolves inside me. I really should write dark romance. Let's see. Describe the meal they ate more than a day and a half ago. What small domino effect caused them to end up homeless? Hmm. Wait a second. Okay. I just want to make sure. Let's I'm gonna ponder those questions a little bit. Actually, we don't need the dice roller right now. I can turn that off. When I think last meal they ate. So this is. I mean, it's true. Hot girls do read smut, and I am the coyote for the job. Last meal they ate. So this is 1970s. I feel like burger places were starting to really pick up everywhere in the 70s. Actually, no. I feel like they started doing weird stuff. I think it's like where like pineapple and pizza came from like the 70s and stuff. Actually, we should come up with a name for them. Dennis. It seems ads about to start up, so I think I'll take this time to ponder the last meal while also getting me a snack. And I hope y'all do the same. Get a snack, get a drink, stretch your legs, take care of yourselves. I will drink. I will drink the water as I go. Thank you. Thank you, Kate. I have returned. I returned with a lot of apple. Just apple in general. Got apple juice, apple pie, apple bar. I'm not sure if one can have too much apple, but we're about to find out. Well, luckily, the texture is non-existent because there's apple juice, which might not like that, but then the apple pie is just apple filling with bread, and this apple health bar is also just apple jelly. I like the apple texture, but it's only a specific time. Like you have to get the apple like right at the perfect firmness. Uh-oh. I'm just I'm sure there's an apple pie somewhere nearby. You just, you know, just borrow it. It should be fine, even if it's like permanently borrowing it, but I've noticed since I've started streaming, like I really am not a fan of sweets, but I've been craving sweets a lot more. I guess it's probably my brain is being powered more than normal. Oh, I actually have one of those. I have one of those little cast iron pie makers. We have a ton of cast iron. It's kind of ridiculous. I think we have just in skillets. I think we're almost 20. We it's just the my location just has a lot of random cast iron that like people will be like they'll get like go to like throw it away or whatever, and then we'll just be like, hey, we'll take that. Like we have a cast iron stove that we got that someone was going to throw away. It weighs over 500 pounds. Well, don't mention cleaning skillets. People get really they get really touchy when you mention cleaning a skillet. I personally, I don't like, sure, like having like if you're using it to cook meats and stuff, having that sort of grease build up can add to the flavor. But it's like it's not changing my world by you know choosing to let the skillet build up the flavor. Like it's not that much better. Really important things with skillets is just making sure that they don't like get rust build up or any sort of stuff like that. But honestly, it's really impressive. Like especially, oh no, I still don't know what's happening. All I know is there was a lot. It's nice to see the Discord being used though. Mm, okay. Oh no. Well, luckily I don't know much anyway, so we're good. Okay, I think in honor of what I just ate, Dennis Walker's last meal was like a hand apple pie from like McDonald's. Or is it Burger King? Honestly, I haven't ate fast food like in so long that I really, other than Taco Bell, I remember the stuff on Taco Bell, but otherwise, it kind of is all blended together. Well, I mean, honestly, like the closest restaurant to me is I think 20 minutes. And it's just like it's just a random because it's like near a college. So, and honestly, I don't even think we're allowed to even go there because it might be just for the college students. I don't know. But I pretty much own all the food I eat is all home cooked. Outside of the occasional Little Caesars, because Little Caesars is the shit. I mean, as long as you only get the hot and readies, which are like I think $6 now. Mm. We'll do anime, uh, the anime trope of instead of it being McDonald's, it's like Whack Donald's or Doctor Donald's. Oh yes, same. Finally, every time I talk about Little Caesars, no one understands me because they're like, "Oh, we don't have one near us. There's one not close enough," and it's just like I need someone in my life that understands how good Little Caesars is. And like how their like sauce is just cold marinara sauce, like but it hits right. It you know the cold sauce with the lava hot stuff that just got cooked. It's right. Like if I could get a Little Caesar sponsorship, I would. I would chill for them. No shame. Um, Domino. Now, if I just have it as Domino, I kind of think about the pizza, and it just makes me want pizza. Yeah, do it. There was like it was one summer. I think I was in middle school. I ate Little Caesars literally every single day of that summer. That was a weird summer. That's pretty much just playing video games and eating Little Caesars. every day. What small domino effect caused them to end up homeless? Hmm. So I wouldn't say the quarry going out of business. I wouldn't. I don't think that would count because that's not necessarily small. The quarry, that's a big event that happened in the town. So, um, oop. Let's think. So he changed the traits from grieving to odd. So odd, angry, dirty. Odd, angry, dirty. Okay. The Wandering, Dennis Walker, he, him. Nobody likes a reminder that something has failed. Last meal, a hand pie from McDonald's. It was cold from being left out all day, but food is food. Domino effect. After the quarry shut down, Dennis had to quit school to start working to help provide for his family. His parents always put his brothers and sisters' care on him. He managed to keep consistent work despite the town's scars by working in the nearest city. Eventually, he had to stay closer to home to take care of his sick mother, leading him to struggle to find work close by. When his brother, who had the opportunity to go to college and get a good job in the city, took her to a specialized facility, it left him with a home he couldn't afford and eventually losing the job where he got the last thing he ate. Okay, so we go back here. So we answer the two prompts, then describe three memorable acts and events defining your time with this Townie. You may choose one painful list and one celebratory list. At least one event comes from the painful list. As the city changes, just as the towns do, consider how the city changes by answering the city questions. Okay. So then describe three memorable acts and events defining your time. You may choose one painful list and one celebratory list. Hmm. So I think at first it will be a response to a city question. Wait a second. Oh, I understand now. I see how I did this wrong. I answered the questions at the beginning when I should have I should only answer them when I choose to. Oh, okay. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Okay. Starting to understand this more. Let's see. So we will. So I guess we'll answer the question of there are people that hesitated to stay in your limits. Why did they stay anyway? So why is Dennis Walker still staying here? What about the city, the town is keeping Dennis to stay here? Okay. Why is Dennis staying here? Dennis knows that he could leave, ask his brother for help. Does his brother even know Dennis is homeless? Does he even care? Dennis knows the dark thoughts he has in the dead of night, in the cold, aren't the truth, but the chance. The chance that they are. The possibility that the siblings he worked so hard to help, sacrificed so much for when it shouldn't have had to in the first place. If they rejected him, saw him as a failure he sees himself as, that would destroy him. It's better to suffer and be broken than have hope that things might get better, and for it to all be crushed. Okay. That was pretty heavy. Holy shit. I think this game does a really good job of like giving you context and then asking questions that you can like empathize with someone that you've made up in your head and like why they're struggling and why they like continue to struggle. They do a really good job with that. Okay. Okay. So I can choose. Okay. I think I understand this game. Maybe I should do the events first and then choose the chain stuff. Hmm. Let's see. Especially in the context of Dennis and how he relates to town, I don't think Dennis is in a position to change a detail about the city. A detail about the world, a new name, a new face in town. Janet Cartwright. Hmm. Oh, welcome in, London. It's good to see you. Thanks for the mission. Things are kind of heavy right now. This game is about the Rust Belt and the the effects that areas the towns have had in that area, and the person that we're currently focused on inside this town that we've made up is Dennis Walker, who's homeless, and we are sort of we are changing a part of the town that is uh, will affect Dennis, or Dennis is affected in some way by it. We're still working on that. But honestly, I really like this game. I think it does like a good job at like actually like saying something, but less of saying it. It gives you the chance to say it. Yes, exactly. And the creator was in here earlier, teaching, helping me learn the game, since reading seems to be the hardest thing for me. But I've think I've finally got a grasp on this. So if I was to play it again, it'd be a lot more smoother of experience. But right now we are writing about Janet Cartwright, who's a woman that just moved back into the moved into the town to start up a community center and sort of a food bank and stuff, and trying to figure out how our focused character at the moment, Dennis Walker, is related to it. Same. I like. I've been like keeping an eye on Last Caravan for so long, and I definitely want to do something with it at some point. New face. Janet Cartwright is a woman that comes from a well off family wanting to get back to her roots and do some good. She buys an abandoned church, turning into a community center and a food bank for the homeless that remain in this town. Dennis comes occasionally, even his shame can't hold back his grumbling stomach. eventually becoming a regular, offering help when he can from his varied work experience. Janet sees the good in his heart and gives him a chance, a place to stay, and at least for now, some place to call home. Okay, let's see here. So, if I understand the rules now, so I picked a thing from lists. I don't necessarily have to pick two. I could just do one, but one event has to come from the painful list. Okay. So we have to pick three from this, and one of them has to come from here. So, uh, first event 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If there was just one more for each, could roll a d6. But let's see. I think with Dennis, I think the restaurant burning down makes the most sense. It being the last place he worked before becoming homeless. So that means Whack Donald's burns down. Or actually, I think instead of it burning down, it closes down. I think that would be. I think that would be more painful. New highway. Oh. Dennis would occasionally visit his old job, still having friends who worked there, getting leftover food that they were going to throw out anyway. As the weeks turned into months and years, the old fast food place got more worn. Less people would come, especially since the new highway was built and the town no longer needed to get gas. During the last month, Dennis stopped stopping by. Stopped stopping by? Yeah, it's fine. Telling himself that he needed to get used to getting food from elsewhere. The last meal he ever got from there, a cold apple pie. Okay. Hmm. Let's see. So we need two more events. A wedding at a local park. Who's getting married? What was the ceremony like? Disaster has struck some of the townies. What was the disaster? How does the community come together to help those affected? So I'd say the festival isn't actually a part of the town, or it's not about the town. It's about something that's nearby the town, and the town just happens to be the closest to organize it. Um, let's see. I'm gonna say the festival is. It's about a like a historical figure that spent some time in the town, and it's about. Actually, this isn't the. Maybe it's about. It's a festival that's about music, and it's sort of celebrating Janet Cartwright, who was a sort of a small musician at the time, whose music sort of blew up after her time had passed. Mm. Not Janet. What did I say her name was? Their name. It was Lorana. Okay. So for a second event, a folk music festival. A record label who had recently acquired Lorena's music after her passing, and since it had seen a big boom in the last few years, wanted to hold a festival in her namesake. This was the first influx of money into the town in a long time, and the community did its best to support it. Lorena's music touched a growing movement of queer people, and the town, still stuck in its old ways, bucked at all the different people, feeling self conscious and like somehow they were wrong for their traditions, feeling the judgmental stare from people unlike them. But they needed the money. Everyone did. The festival was good, and many remember Lorena having went to school with her, or I guess them now. She was kind. She stood up for many of them during the city's first fall. They clung to that memory even when everything else was telling them something else. I think we're going to roll a die to see if we do another good or another bad. I think that's. Oh, hold on. I need to actually show the die. Oop. Especially before the next break starts. We can do this. So we'll just do odds, evens. Evens, celebratory. Oh, okay. That is evens. It's another celebratory event. Holy shit. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. What the heck? You just came in here out of nowhere. You sneak attacking me. Oh, and I know some of those people. I know Nebula. I've seen Good Boy Jack around. Oh, was it loud? Was it like loud, loud? Was it ear busting loud, or just a sudden change of pace? Gotta be number one. Well, you'll always be number one in my heart, Amanda. I I got sneak attacked by that. I was I was really locked in there. Holy shit. Oh gosh. Oh no, what's happening? Was that also really loud? Oh no, it's starting. That's oh no. No, not the train wars again. What is happening? Hey, I also know I know some of those beans too. Maya's just trying to work and listen to click clacks. Oh my god. I love you. I appreciate that. And a level 3 hype train, that is wild. Like what the hell? I'm just here writing about sad towns. At least 3 levels of hype. I wonder how that translates into like Dragon Ball Z like power levels. Where's Reddit to do the power conversion when you need them? Um, I think the third event should be a birthday party. There's a lot of birthday parties happening right now. I don't know what is about January, but I just know so many people that are born in January. Like what is 9 months from January? Like, let's see. Wait, it's like what? March? No, it'd be February. Wait a second. Hold on a minute. Like I think I know I think right like almost 12 people that are born in January. Um Say a birthday party for one of the townies. Probably not Dennis themselves. I don't think Dennis would celebrate his birthday. Um and it's a good thing. So, you know, mm, maybe let me say it's like one of the people that Dennis used to work with, you know. Oh shit, there's an ad going on. I should have took a break. It's okay. I still got water and juice. Oh shit. Oh my god, what the fuck? Oh no. Oh no, it's happening. Why? I like how you edged it. You waited. Oh shit. I know. Holy shit. Ray got a sub. Gavin and Kestrel got a sub. Holy shit. Well, I really appreciate that. Oh my god. Oh my god. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are wild. Oh, Raguna? Catching so many people I know of. Wild. And level 5, that's fucking wild. What the hell? I am also scared. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh, that's wild. You know it's serious when the cards are getting flagged. Oh no. Oh no. That's how you know it's serious. The leash has been tugged. Okay. I feel like in honor of this, the person that's birthday for this event is someone that is like a train conductor. They work for the trains. They love the trains. Let's see, Jeremiah. Mm, Jeremiah Carlton? Yeah. Oh, are you thinking about the train thief guy? Oh, I love that guy. Um, holy shit! What the fuck? Oh, holy shit! I know almost all these. That's wild. What the fuck? What is going on? This is an interesting game to be playing while this is happening. All I can say, KF, is you're the one that started. Oh no! Don't worry, Amanda. I'll always call you daddy. Come on. Oh, the tables have turned. I think it's just your chat has an update. If you refresh it, it should appear. Twitch is a little laggy sometimes. You just got blocked. Oh gosh. Oh shit. Oh. Oh, that's you got that way. We've all been there. Holy shit. What the fuck? What the holy fuck? That is a power move. What the fuck? I don't even know what to say. I appreciate that so much. What the fuck? I'm Oh, it's so honestly, I know so many of these people too. What the hell? Tootsie? Crimson? Oh, Lexi too. Lexi is working on a some music for me. Yeah, honestly I really appreciate this. Really helps a lot with me being able to afford stuff to upgrade things and put back into the community. Um oh no, I just noticed that. Let me see if I have a popcorn emoji. I do. That might be like a generic Twitch one.
Welcome to the pack.
I appreciate the follow. I'm just kinda stun locked right now. I'm not sure there is any responsible adults right now. They're just chaos. Well, welcome in, Jenks. The the TTRPG I'm playing right now is very serious and has a lot of heavy topics, but right now it's just craziness. Oh no. Oh, it seems chaos will continue to stand at the top. Or maybe you're the most financially responsible and that allows you to do this. Maybe that's it. Oh, there's even more messages in the break thread. Oh, wrong tab. Okay. Oh, well, you know. I mean, that's what credit cards are for, right? That has to be it. Oh God! Don't do that, Amanda, please. I appreciate all the support though. Like y'all don't even know. Wow, what the? Why did I get a golf one? You got like a cute cat. That's so unfair. I guess I am Scottish. We did invent golf. Honestly, that's very true. It's very fitting. That honestly, that might be it. My previous account that I had, I pretty much I wouldn't get any uh emotes anymore because I had gotten so many. But that was on my one that I had for like 10 years or something. Oh, I need to pay more attention to that stuff. I don't think, at least in honor of that one, the train thief person whose whole thing is just he wanted to drive trains, so he would like break in to drive trains and did it better than anyone else. Like I think in honor of him, you can't choo choo too much. Oh holy shit! I really appreciate that, Jax. And Deep Denzen, I also know them. What the hell? I really appreciate all that, y'all. Is the leaderboard actually showing? Maybe like I need to have a certain settings or something because right now it just shows bits on the leaderboard. Oh, okay. Always learning new stuff with Twitch. You can cycle it, really? Oh, that's cool. I never knew that. Shows how much of a pro streamer I am. Um, but yeah, the go over what. Oh, I was on the wrong. Oh no! Oh no, Amanda. It's okay. So Dennis Walker, homeless, is only staying here because of shame and does not want to uh does not want to face that the hope he has might be wrong, is currently working at a community center food bank and living there. Well, the Whack Donald's closed down. There's a music festival, and now there's Jeremiah Carlin's birthday. Yes. That's all. That's all our hope. See, if we all just, try to win the lottery, that, then eventually we'll all win. I appreciate the subjects, especially with a Prime sub. You only get one of those. Those are super special. Take that, Jeffrey Bezos. Um, After I finish this act up, honestly, I might switch to playing like Crown Trick some more, just because I think my brain has been dumbed. The question is, Calf, what kind of cryptid are you? This is pathological. Oh no. I kind of feel like the kid in the divorce where the parents are competing for the kid's favor just by by buying him stuff. Oh, a flame sprite. Okay, that's cool. Like the little ember dudes in was it Howl's Moving Castle? It had like the fire dude. A pony. But I've given up Uma Musume. They've been doing a stinky. Well, now is the best time. I've watched I think less than half of them. Oh hell yeah! Honestly, I think Calcifer is like a top tier cat name. Like that's peak. Hell yeah. If I had any pets to name, I would probably start with Princess Mononoke. I think Mononoke would also be a good cat name, or like a really rambunctious dog. Although it'd be kind of weird to name a cat Mononoke, considering Mononoke has the wolves in it. Exactly. This is the year of the OCs. Everyone should have their own OC. And heck, there's like people that are like, um, they're kind of like VTubers. Like they have like their, um, like uh, a character in OC, and they sort of personify them on like social media and stuff, but they don't like stream, which is interesting. Okay. Let's see. Third event, birthday bash. Jeremiah Carlin worked for the train that still goes through the area, though his job is in the nearby city he never left. He knew Dennis was struggling, but hoped he would show up anyway. They had went to school together, but lost touch after Dennis quit to support his family. Jeremiah decided to have his birthday in the nearby park close to the community center. Dennis showed up and chatted, feeling more like a person than he had in a long time. Okay. So I think that's it for this part, for this act. Well, I guess I need to figure out how the townie's time ends here. Hmm. I feel like Dennis would finally move out and go be with his like brother and people that live in the city. I think that makes the most sense. Oh no, not the quarter socks. Get some sleep, killer. I hope you have sweet dreams and you're able to fall asleep quickly. I appreciate you being here and supporting me so much. Good night. Bye bye.
Yippee!
Yippee. Fine. Uh, appreciate the head pats, I guess. I'm still wait. Still need to get in touch with my friend about doing the the audio for that one. But see, I was thinking of, because I know quite a few people that can do a certain type of voice that I feel like would be, you know, just add a little spice to it. But if y'all like me being begrudging, I can keep it. Um, I mean that's true. I was just thinking I know a lot of people that can do uh really good mommy voices and be like, you know, call me a good puppy. I do think that one is funnier. I do think me doing it is funnier. I 100% agree with that. Um yeah. Well, you have to keep people guessing. I mean, if you wanted to, I know a lot of people. I have gathered a circle of people that could do the mommy voice really good. I can't help it. I'm just very like auditorially motivated. Like I tend to click with people when their voices click with my brain. Oh no. Oh, poor it's just at least for me, I think the thing that allowed me to start doing that stuff more freely is that it's like role playing. You're just choosing to act in this role, and a lot of BDSM stuff is just someone engaging in a specific role. That's so real, Maya. that's, that's so real of you. Hmm. Switches are too powerful. We can't be stopped. Okay. Then Dennis, after working for the community center for a few years, he finally had the courage to visit his brother, who in his eyes had left him behind. Dennis cried before walking in. It wasn't the meeting he hoped it would be, but it wasn't the one he feared. Dennis eventually moved into the city to be with the rest of his family, just in time to say goodbye to his mother. Okay. So I think on this, I think we're going to end Townies. I might pick it back up for a stream and finish it off. But I did really like this, and I think this is a good example of what it is trying to do, and I think it achieves what it is trying to do of sort of showcasing the sort of generational trauma and difficulties of the families and the town inside the Rust Belt. So I think I'm going to take a quick BRB to go refill my drinks, and then we're probably going to switch over to Crown Trick. And I want y'all to go take breaks too, if you can. Go get some water or a snack. Stretch your legs. I've returned. I've eaten cheese out of the fridge yet again. But yeah, I'm switching to Crown Trick. It's the turn-based roguelite that is super cute. So let me open that up. Oh, that sounds so fucking good. What the fuck? All I've eaten today is an apple like fruit bar, an apple pie, and mozzarella cheese. Let's see. I need to move some stuff out of the way. Okay, now I can. Where's OBS? Oh, my tabs are wild right now. Holy heck.